Hi guys, my name is Rahul and welcome to the brand new course of Svelte. This course is for everyone. It doesn't matter if you are a beginner or an expert, this course gonna be beneficial for all of you. In this series, we will start from scratch and learn the various concepts of Svelte. In this particular introductory video, I'll briefly talk about the whats and whys of Svelte and what skills you need in advance to be an expert. We're gonna cover all of the core concepts of Svelte in this course, like project structure, Svelte files, binding text, event handling, form handling, reactive declarations, component styles, dynamic components, so on and so far. Now the very first question that will come to your mind is, what is Svelte? Well, Svelte is a component framework you can use to build high-performance web applications. What is component framework? Well, a component framework helps you write application code in a declarative manner. But what do we mean by declarative? Okay, if you have worked with some of the programming languages like C or C++, for example, you are probably aware of the imperative programming model, where we usually list down the steps explicitly and ask the library to do one thing after the other. In the declarative version, though, we are simply saying what outcome we want. We just have to tell Svelte what we want the UI to look like and it will take care of the rest. It's a lot easier to read and write and there's no code duplication. So you guys now know what is Svelte. It is a component framework for building applications and you can use it progressively build an existing application or build an entire single page application from scratch. But the more interesting question is, why Svelte? Or how the Svelte is better than compared to other frameworks or libraries like React and Vue. The first thing is that unlike React or Vue, which do bulk of their work in the browser, Svelte shifts that work into a compile steps that happens when you build your application. Because there is no need to bundle the framework code and the bundle size is smaller, of course there is something that happens behind the scenes that you don't have to worry about when writing codes. What you do have to worry about though is the developer experience. If you worked with React and Vue, you would find yourself with the problem of what to choose for state management. Redux or Vuex are not the most simplest libraries to understand. Svelte on the other side provides Svelte stores out of the box, which is really easy to work with. And not just that, Svelte has a ton of features which makes your life easier by providing answers to your questions you have while building almost every application. Like, how do we add motions and elements transitions? How do we handle user input via form elements? How do we add CSS to our components without polluting the global scope? How do we edit the head tag for our single page applications from within our component? And a lot more. Svelte has all covered for you. When starting out with web development, it's very comforting to have one recommended approach and not to be worried about making wrong decisions. Let me just say that Svelte is gonna be a great addition to your skill set. Now then, what are the prerequisites to get started with Svelte? HTML, CSS and JavaScript fundamentals are absolutely necessary. For this course, I'll also be making use of ES6 Plus features, and a knowledge of modern JavaScript is also essential. My goal is to make sure we all advance from the complete beginner to an expert in Svelte. So enroll in this course guys and get started by making our first Hello World application in the next video. Adios!